The Man in the Vents. The apartment stood in eerie silence, its crumbling exterior bathed in the flickering glow of a dying streetlight. Most of the windows were dark, lifeless, except for one. Inside, the room was cluttered and cold. Against the dim glow of a bedside lamp, an air vent loomed near the ceiling, partially unscrewed. The hallway outside was no different. Layers of peeling wallpaper curled at the edges. Overhead, a vent hung slightly ajar, a gaping void of darkness above. He lay in bed, staring at the vent. That feeling again, like being watched. He tried to sleep, but something inside the darkness held his gaze. The next day, he climbed onto a chair, reaching toward the vent. The screws were loose. His fingers hesitated before he pressed against the metal, nudging it open. A flashlight sliced through the black void beyond, revealing a narrow crawlspace littered with debris. In the kitchen, something was off. His keys weren't where he left them. His hoodie lay on the floor. A chill ran through him. Was someone here? That night he saw it, just for a second. A shape inside the vent, eyes reflecting faintly in the dimness. His breath caught. He wasn't alone. From the night vision glow of his phone, the crawl space took on an even more sinister form. Discarded food wrappers, a notebook, half buried in the dust, pages filled with cramped, erratic handwriting. Hours passed, sleep never came. Then in the silence, his eyes snapped open. Something had changed. The vent, it was open. Fingers, pale and skeletal, curled over the edge. Then something moved. A figure emerged, thin, unkempt, wide-eyed. Terror exploded through him. He bolted from the bed, sprinting into the dark hallway. He didn't look back. The police arrived soon after. They found what he already knew was there. The vent, crawl space. But they also found more. A pile of stolen objects, half-eaten food, a notebook. At the bottom of the last page, scrawled in uneven handwriting, "He doesn't lock the bedroom door. Soon." He left the next day. But even in a new home, the nights never felt the same. And sometimes in the silence, he still hears it. A slow, steady scraping.